Hey everybody, this is Spencer with Conscious Vibration, and today I'm going to talk to you about the subject of karmic cycle. We're going to talk about what it is. We're going to talk about how you get trapped in a karmic cycle, how to escape, and then how to avoid getting trapped in a karmic cycle again. So let's get right into it. So what is a karmic cycle? When we talk about a karmic cycle, I'm not talking about karma in the sense of, you do a bad thing or you do a good thing, and a good thing or a bad thing happens to you accordingly. A karmic cycle is when you have a repeated pattern throughout your history, throughout your life. Whether it be good or bad. Usually, when you talk about a karmic cycle, it refers to a bad cycle or a negative cycle. I don't want to say bad. For example, a toxic relationship. If you typically get involved with the same people and then find yourself in constantly getting into a toxic relationship, that would be a karmic cycle. You're repeating this pattern, and it's subsequently giving you the same negative results. All right, now that we know what a karmic cycle is, how does one end up getting trapped in one? Well, you get trapped in a karmic cycle by not realizing or not recognizing certain signs that this choice or activity that you continue to make is negative for you, or you don't see the negative qualities of it. You don't see it. Some of us have a tendency to make excuses or rationalize to pretty much give us the go ahead to continue the same cycle that we've been going. Maybe it'll be different this time. This person isn't like the last person, if we're going by the example of a relationship. So then you find yourself once again trapped in the same cycle that you've been in, because you haven't yet recognized the signs. You haven't yet recognized that this cycle is bad for you, that it's ultimately lowering your vibration and hurting you spiritually, emotionally, sometimes physically. So how do we escape? How do we escape once we're trapped in this karmic cycle? The first step is to recognize that you're in one, which can be challenging sometimes. But if your current situation seems to repeat itself, you notice a pattern. There's always a pattern. Once you identify that your situation does not agree with you, it doesn't complement your soul, it doesn't make you feel good, it's not progressing you personally or spiritually. If it's not doing these things, then it's probably not good for you. So you need to recognize that first and foremost. And then you see, once you recognize the pattern, you recognize it's bad for you, you see the pattern, look at constants, look at things in each of these situations that you find yourself in that are consistent. If we're going to continue with the example of a relationship in terms of a karmic cycle, look at qualities of the individual that you're dating. Do they all have the same tendencies? Do they all have anything in common with their personality, with their past, that may be contributing to this repeated cycle? Are they maybe they're manipulative? Maybe they're abusive. Not necessarily physically, but it could be psychologically. People who typically get involved in physically or physical or psychologically abusive relationships tend to continue to date people of that nature. This is definitely a karmic cycle. So you have to recognize the constant qualities and constant patterns in these situations that are negative, that are not good, that are contributing to this repeated cycle. And then once you have recognized these qualities and attributes of each situation and these patterns, these constants, then you can take action to avoid being trapped in this karmic cycle again. So now that you've identified that these qualities are the ones, or these patterns and these consistencies are what's contributing to this cycle that I'm trapped in, then you can look for them. You come across a person who displays the same pattern or qualities, then okay, well, this is consistent with my pattern. So now instead of indulging it, instead of entertaining this person in my life, I'm going to break this cycle and not get involved with this person. Doesn't mean you have to have absolutely no contact. It just means that you don't get invested with it. You're not going to let that person into the deeper aspects of your life or situation. It doesn't have to be a relationship. Karmic cycles doesn't just apply to relationships. Just an example to help you understand a little better, help me explain it a little better. So you've identified the pattern. You've recognized that there is a cycle that you're stuck in. You see the constants. You see the things, the constant attributes in these patterns, and now you have the power and you have the capability and the knowledge and the drive to prevent yourself from being in this situation again. It's very important to recognize when you're stuck in a karmic pattern, because it hurts you. It hurts you spiritually. It hurts you physically. It hurts you emotionally. It hurts you on so many levels, and it holds you back from being able to release your full potential, live the best life that you could possibly lead. And that is what I truly want for you. That's why I'm making these videos. That's why I created this channel, so I could hopefully bring some encouragement and maybe a little bit of advice, hopefully, to help improve the quality of your life and help you get through your spiritual path. That's the karmic cycles. I hope you guys are able to break those cycles. I hope you were able to grasp everything that I was trying to relay here. If you like this video, like it, hit that subscribe button, tell your friends about it. I know this is my first video, but there's many more to come. So stick around, and look forward to seeing you soon.